In this video, you guys, I wanted to talk about how to grow microgreens. Absolutely incredible. These little foods are so powerful. So happy that they are a part of our lives. And I wanted to share with you guys today in this video how to grow the microgreens. Welcome back for another video to recalibrate with Raw Natty Nate, aka the Nice Cream King, coming to you live with this microgreen thing. But this is video number 9 in the 10-part series. All right, so let's get into this video, you guys. How to grow microgreens. What you guys are going to need to do to grow these microgreens is you're going to have to grab a few pieces of equipment, let's just call it. A few pieces of equipment, a few tools. Now, if you guys also would like, you could go to my Instagram page, which I'll link that in the description below, Nice Cream King. And you could go to my IGTV and check out the series that I did called A Grow Along. And I take you guys through my entire process of how I grow microgreens at home in my office. So super incredible, just being able to do these kinds, grow these kinds of things in my office year round. I absolutely love it. So, but you're going to need a few things. Now, depending on how you want to grow them, if you want to grow them in soil, which definitely soil, I feel in a lot of ways is the best way to go. We're not growing soil, we're growing hydroponically, meaning we only use water, and the kind of medium that we're using to grow in is these coco coir pads, which I get through City Hydro, and I'll link them in the description below as well. City Hydro, I love the coco coir pads they have. They're super clean, super cheap. They're like 60 cents a pad, and that pad is probably going to produce about $5 worth of, if you were to buy it in the store, $5 or $6 worth of microgreens. So, and then of course you're going to be using the seeds as well. So I think, for what we would normally spend $6 at the store for, we might be having like, let's see, maybe 75 cents worth of material used to grow that. So yeah, just the cocoa pad and a seed. Super simple. So if you're using soil, then you'll need to be getting a good source of soil, which I'll be including in my course. I'm going to have an in-depth rundown of different processes that you can grow. And in this video, I want to just try to describe it as best I can. So what you're going to need, though, is you're going to need some sort of a tray to grow in. And there are certain trays that you can get that actually have holes in them for the top tray, and then the bottom tray doesn't have holes, and that's where the water would sit in if you're growing, say, soil. Now, I have some friends who grow peas, and they don't even use any grow medium at all or any soil. They just grow the peas right on the tray. Whether you're doing soil or you're doing hydroponically, that'll be your grow medium. What I like about hydroponic is, we live in a high-rise. We're 21 floors up in this urban district, downtown Las Vegas, and I don't want to have to deal with soil, recycling soil and composting soil. I would rather compost and then just throw it away. And of course, it's a lot messier dealing with soil. So we use those coco coir pads. Very clean, very simple. But essentially, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be washing your seeds first. And certain seeds, you might need to soak them, pre-soak them before you go to germinate them. And then you're just going to be sprinkling them on your medium. In my book, Alive, I break down in the chart different amounts of seeds that you'd be using depending on what size tray you're growing on, as well as, say if you are doing hydroponic. But really, let's just say it's a tablespoon, okay? A tablespoon would be maybe enough to cover like a 5 by 7, maybe like 5 by 7, 5 by 8 piece of coco coir or burlap or, hemp, jute. There's different kinds of things that you can really, the medium is just something for the root to grab a hold of. And if, of course, the best, like I said, is soil. So if you're growing soil, you might be using maybe 3 tablespoons for like a 10 by 20 tray, maybe a 1/4 cup at most worth of seeds, depending on the seeds. Different seeds are going to be using different amounts. Some seeds are smaller, some seeds are bigger. But really, all you're doing, though, is let's say the coconut coir is what you're going to use, like what we're using. You soak that coconut coir, get it nice and hydrated, and then you're going to sprinkle your seeds on there. and that's it. You're going to then, from that point, you're going to, what we like to do is disinfect them with hydrogen peroxide. We use a food grade hydrogen peroxide diluted down. And what you're going to do is just let those, you're going to put a lid on top, some sort of lid. You can even use a towel because it kind of lets, they can breathe a little bit. And you're just going to be spraying them with a mister bottle twice a day, in the morning and at night. That's it. And after a couple of days, 2, maybe 3 days, 4 days at the most, they're going to be germinated and they're going to start growing. You'll see them. They're all like starting to grow. That's when you could take the lid off, or your towel, whatever you have for your lid, and put them either under a light or in your greenhouse if you have a greenhouse, or maybe on a windowsill, depending if you're doing it in like a little Tupperware. Really incredible though, it doesn't take much. After you take the lid off, you're just, instead of misting, now that they're starting to actually grow towards the light, now you're going to either, depending on what you're using, you're going to bottom water. So right? Say you're growing with soil, you're going to be watering underneath. You're going to take the 2 trays apart, just lift it up slightly, and you're going to put the water in the bottom tray and then set the top down, and those roots are going to grow towards that water. If you are growing hydroponically, it's nice to have a little spacer of some sort in between your grow medium, say the coconut coir, or like, let's say some burlap. You could use like bamboo sticks, that you'd use in your garden for like, strengthening, holding plants up nice and strong. They also sell spacers, so be sure to check out City Hydro. I'll put them in the link below. Be sure to check them out because they have the spacers, the coconut coir, as well as the trays. I like their trays. They're a food grade safe plastic, made for dough, like rising dough. So really, really simple and really clean, and they'll last forever. So anyways, what you're doing though, after they've sprouted and you've got them under the light, is you're just bottom watering. So you don't ever water on the top like foliar feed, which is, water. You don't want to get those leaves wet. You're going to be just watering, making sure the roots are growing towards that water. And that is it, you guys. Within 10 to 12 days, those little guys are going to be fully ready for harvest. They're going to be absolutely delicious and super beautiful. They really, really make dishes look so, so deliciously beautiful. So be sure to check out the Grow Along to get a better visualization if you want to see exactly how I'm doing this. Of course, there's lots of information on YouTube and on the internet, so you could find out how other people are growing, and you might find that you have certain things laying around the house that you could use to actually start your first grow. So I really encourage you guys just to get it going on and start growing, start sprouting seeds and start growing these microgreens. They are so, so incredible. So, all right, you guys, that's it for this video. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications for future uploads. Make sure to click the like button if you did like this video. So, all right, you guys, until tomorrow, love you. Wow.